welcome to my channel. And well, it's kind of a bit of a vloggy thing. Hang on just a second, let me see if I can do this. Oops, sorry, my phone is on not as stable a place. I was going to try and show you the view. Look, there's the view behind me. Ugh, fingers. It's really pretty, but yeah, you're not going to see it because, you know, lighting and all that jazz. And now I've probably got it too far down. Anyways, hi, sorry for the thumpity-thumpties and all that kind of thing. I'm actually going to move the mic up here. It's a little bit breezy. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I apologize for the lack of videos lately. Work has been insane. I pulled a 12-day set of work, but I did end up with having 2 single days in the middle of there, but I ended up with a double day, which ended with like 5 hours overtime in one day, like pulling a back-to-back shift and more overtime, and then poo hit the fan with the in-laws, health and that kind of thing. So we have them staying down with us, so my craft room recording room has gone on the fritz. It's now a bedroom again. I knew I'd lose it. As soon as I put it in, I knew I'd lose it. So yeah, it's just been, you know, one of those kind of not my time. Anyway, I'm sitting back, gonna wait for my tea to cool. It's probably gonna take about 5 minutes out here. It's actually really nice. It was supposed to be 27 degrees today. No, 26 today, 27 tomorrow. For me, this is t-shirt weather. I don't know what it's doing temperature wise, but it's t-shirt weather for me. I've got legs, skin showing. Yeah. And I've just got home from work. And of course, as soon as I go to hit record, Sophie comes, Mummy, 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 what are you doing? Oh, you're recording. Oh, I can play out here. Can you just play on your own? No. Yeah, so I'm doing fine physically. No, I'm not even doing fine physically. My back is killing me. I haven't been able to get into a routine with the osteopath to be able to get my back into a steady pattern because my roster's been changed so often in the last week. I was supposed to be on afternoons, which meant I had mornings clear. I had appointments made for the mornings. All that got changed. All my appointments got cancelled and completely shredded any planning I had. So my back is sore. I'm usually in agony by 5 o'clock finishing in the office. When I was standing all day yesterday with 2 hours overtime, talking for 10 hours in the day, like full-time talking pretty much, I was really sore. Marcus threw me into the shower 2 nights, no, he threw me into the bath 2 nights ago because my GP, our GP, is actually quite good. And he said, get in the bath, nighttime routine, get in the bath, get nice and warm, then cool down, get straight into bed, have a sleep. Well, that worked 2 nights ago. Last night I had a shower and I went to bed, went to sleep kind of early-ish, and I think it was about 9:30, and 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, ping, wide awake, witching hour for me. 3 o'clock wide awake, and I was awake until 5. I ended up reading on the phone. Shut up, don't even go there. It's the black screen with the Kindle, or it's the black screen on Facebook, but either way I wasn't sleeping for 2 hours, and then I went back to sleep for an hour and a half. It felt, yeah, it was only an hour and a half. So anyway, yeah, but he said my mood was Marcus said my mood was remarkably better after the full night's sleep than it has been for ages. So I just need to get into that regular routine and maintain that. That would be good from both my sanity and everyone else's. Yeah, so there's that. So we got takeout last night. It was seasoned chicken, a little bit like KFC, just chicken tenders. I love them. And the potato bake from a local place called Chicken Patch. It's actually better than the other chicken place, and the potatoes were fully cooked, whereas the other place they weren't fully cooked in the Bain Marie. So it was a pleasure to eat, and I have leftovers now for 2 days. So I've portioned out my lunch, nice small portions, and I've got that for my lunch for the next couple of days. What else has been happening here? Well, Ukraine has gone mental. The people there are being subjected to the Russians. And all I can think of, okay, it's a bit, I don't know what it is, but anyway, we have what's called batteries down off 2 points across the river, and they were created back in the late 1800s, or maybe, yeah, the late 1800s, I think. Maybe it was the early, I can't remember dates. Anyway, they were created, these batteries, cannons, across the river, so that if any ship was coming up, the battery would get them from either direction, right? The geocaching owners who created them called them, the Russians are coming. So all I can think of is the Russians are coming, with that little phrase. And I'm not trying to downplay what's going on in the Ukraine or anything else, but you kind of deal with bad times with maybe dark humor, and depending on what your job is, you might deal with it in kind of darker humor than normal people deal with it. So yeah, the Russians are coming, and there's politics and there's all that kind of jazz. But went out for lunch a couple of days ago. It was in between meetings, I think it was Wednesday. No, not yesterday. It was Tuesday. No, I didn't have my meetings this day. So I went over to get some lunch. So I normally supplement my lunch, which is a salad, with 2 pieces of this seasoned chicken, which is so chicken tenders, flavored, overly flavored with curry powder by this guy. But anyway, slightly KFC kind of southern fried chicken flavor. I adore this flavor. So going over to get them, and they suddenly go, the F Plus machines are dead. And it's like, what the hell? Both F Plus machines crash. People start going, we don't have cell service. And I'm going, but I'm with Telstra, I've got cell service, what's the problem? Well, it turns out they ended up letting me have my chicken for credit because I'm always in there, and I'm a regular, and they knew, oh, she'll be back in, she'll be able to pay her bill of $4. It's not a problem. So I toddled off with my lunch, go back to the office, and everyone's going, we have no signal. And it's like, oh, we're being invaded. Turns out some numbnuts up in Victoria in Frankston is digging, and they cut through our fibre optic cable. Shh, too noisy. They cut through the fibre optic cable to Tasmania. Okay, we have 3 cables apparently going into Tasmania. They cut 1. We haven't quite figured out what's happened later, but what happened later was we lost everything. We had nothing, and it was like, couldn't send text messages, couldn't do banking, couldn't do Facebook, couldn't do Messenger. None of the services were working. But you know what gets me? My computer wasn't even responding. So my Microsoft or whatever it was couldn't even let me open from a tab to a tab, from a workplace to a workplace. And it's like, what the hell is going on? The story legitimately seems to be that the second of the 3 cables got snipped. I'm so sorry if she's noisy. I'm just going to have to let her play rather than getting up in arms, because it's just not worth it. Anyway, she's playing football with a lion. Don't ask. I might turn the camera on her soon. So 2 of the 3 cables had apparently been cut, and panic ensued. Tasmania is cut off from the world. We are back in the Stone Age. Our phones are paperweights. We can't contact people. We can't email. We can't message. Nothing. It's ridiculous how the state got shut down to nothing in the space of seconds, and made me think of the war. But the story then was that some of the broadband capacity, or the data capacity, got loaned by that single line that was remaining, part of the Basslink line. So the main companies were able to piggyback onto that. Emergency services got back up and running, and So fire, ambulance, police, triple O, that kind of thing for emergencies, all got kind of stepped up as priorities. I don't know what else would have happened. Hospital maybe as well. Yeah, that's what they were saying the problem was. But that doesn't explain my computer not talking to itself. And it's just like, this is really weird. Like, even if I had a desktop with no signal, you'd think it would operate. It's like, why can't I work my computer even if it's offline? You with me? It doesn't need it to go through from Explorer, Chrome to... Don't use Explorer, don't even get me started on Explorer. But it doesn't take the computer to be connected to go from Chrome to, say, Excel spreadsheets. Too noisy. Sophie, it's very squeaky and noisy. Right when I'm recording. Then you need to play super quiet. So yeah, it was all back and connected by the afternoon, and eventually data started trickling in. So I'm sending a message on Facebook, on Messenger. Marcus doesn't do Facebook. Sending messages on that, sending messages on WhatsApp, sending messages on SMS, sending a message on email, just to see if any data can get through. Because if you're ever in strife, messages get through, whereas you can't dial on a phone. So I was trying to ring him as well. His not answering signal on his phone is this woman giving a big long diatribe about why you should talk to people more often or something, and talk to them face to face, and why are you talking and leaving messages, and it's hilarious. So I played it for my colleague to listen to as well, and he was cracking himself up laughing. So we had some entertainment in that, at least. So yeah, dramas. And then the in-laws went back home. And then we got a call saying, she's not well, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I brought her back down. So she's back down. And they're gonna stay until they see a doctor tomorrow. Come here.
I got a spider on it.
Well, it's a very dead shell of a spider, Sophie. Tell her about the live spider on the puppet you're all sitting on. Sorry. the backstage kind of setup is happening, and you're on the bin, on the pressure cooker, on the tripod that's broken. It's like, it's all happening. And that's the neighbour with the big truck coming down. Blimey. Oh, and I think it was last weekend when I was off, I went to do some animal rescues. They were shitty. They were really, yeah, it was like, that was traumatic, and I didn't get a nice job after that to say, oh, this pretty animal. I think I took pet cuddles instead. Yeah, so the joys, the things that you do for the animals, but yeah, I won't go into details because it's not nice. Any more noisy, I don't think. Blimey. Alright, but I'm going to let you go. It was just a quick catch up. I do need to catch up now on Instagram. I think the Common Threaded Stitcher is happening again, so please join in if you can. The Common Threaded Stitcher, follow me on Instagram. I think I posted it on YouTube as well, and Facebook on my page. Join in on that. First day is introduce yourself. I think day 2 is current projects. My current projects are mostly in the craft room, so I can't get to them, but I'll show, maybe do different or something and talk about some of the rest. My crocheting is coming along. I have made a cock-up. I don't know if I want to rip back again. And then do catch-up. It's actually quite a fast crochet, but I'm learning a new technique with this weave, and what you do is you basically have this fan, so you put 2 stitches into one hole, and then 3 into one, and then 2 into one, so you've got this fan shape, and then the other stitches you stretch out by skipping some stitches, so it curves the other direction. But I've done a little bit of a lip in the middle row to what I'm working on now that I need to try and repair. And I think it will come good in the next row up, in the next wave, and then it's like, oh, do I really want to rip it back? It's good, but it's just that little bit fat of a curl. But it might be okay. I don't know. Or I could rip it back and make it perfect. And feel like I'm getting nowhere. But I'm learning. It's a simple double crochet and a single crochet so far. But it's the skipping and the... Are you skipping in the right place? Are you doubling in the right place? Are you tripling in the right place? That's the rhythm that I've got to be in. Sophie!
Look at you!
Yeah, I know, my shoes make my toes dirty.
But not mine.
No, yours are nice and clean.
Yeah, because I need to keep shoes on.
We platypused our hair last night, so my hair is actually plaited. I actually doubled it up today.
Yeah, but I got that
And now she's got a ponytail.
Yeah.
She's got a funny name for the platypus, but she doesn't have a funny name for the ponytail. I'm just going to take it back. Lifting it on the back. It doesn't feel quite so heavy then. Alright, the dog's happy. Yeah. I'll talk to you soon and hopefully get some unboxing videos done when I get some free time. And yeah, I apologise about the light going in and out. I mean, look at that sky. It's just gorgeous. Where's her nibs? Sophie, come here and... See? So she's running around with the lion thing. Say hi.
Hello. I'm the lion.
Alright. Say bye.
Bye.
Oh, lion roar. Right. You've heard her. Alright, bye. Talk to you soon.